Alright guys, here we have a very different Cherokee that we are putting up for sale on the market. For our thousands of subscribers and followers, you'll understand within a brief moment that this is not our typical Jeep. For you guys that may be seeing one of our videos for the very first time that do not know us, make sure to check out our website, DavisAutoSports.com. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, to the right side is probably some thumbnails of our hundreds of videos of Jeeps that we custom built. We're well over now 2 million views on YouTube. And what we specialize in is custom building XJs. We do everything from mild builds to full restorations, from engines, transmissions, interior, exterior, the whole nine. Which will clearly be shown on our website if you visit it. The reason I'm bringing that up, because most of our Cherokees, we spend months and months building and preparing to put on the market. And this Jeep, first and foremost, is a 1999 Cherokee Classic. And when we got it in, it was all original, bone stock, like all of our Jeeps are. And to be honest with you, we got it in and we weren't exactly sure what we were going to do with it. It was a local trade-in. It is finished in a bed liner material. Now, most of our Jeeps also sell anywhere from, on the very, very low end, 12, 13, 14 grand, and as high as 40 to now some of our Jeeps are going to be reaching close to 50 grand with our Alpha package. So a lot of people contact us that, can't afford a 12, 20, $30,000 Jeep and say, I wish you guys will produce some cheaper Jeeps, which we're going to dab into. We're not going to do it too much, but anyways, I'm kind of blabbing on. But this particular Jeep, we are selling this as an off-road Jeep. This is not one of our Jeeps that we put ton of time and effort into. This Jeep has a lot of original wear. We did still do a lot of work to it, but this is someone who wants a cool driver, a hunting vehicle, an off-road vehicle, because it does have some typical Cherokee issues, but there's a lot of things that are extremely impressive with the Jeep. First and foremost, the Jeep has 224,000 miles on the odometer. We've seen hundreds of Jeeps run through our shop, probably 500 or 600 over the years. This engine's either been rebuilt or it's just one of those factory freak engines that is phenomenal. Truck's got great engine compression. It's got phenomenal oil pressure, and the Jeep engine, transmission, everything feels like a 30,000-40,000 mile Jeep. The truck will sit in 100-degree weather and idle all day long, won't overheat. The drivability of the Jeep is the reason we decided to lift it. Since we build so many Jeeps, we actually buy a lot of Jeeps for parts Jeeps. If we need a door panel, a mirror, whatever the case may be, an axle, a drive shaft. So when this Jeep originally came in, we said, okay, well, we might just keep it as a parts Jeep because we, get those from time to time and they're good to pluck stuff off of. But then after we drove it and started really looking at all the seals, the gaskets and everything, it's an amazing Jeep. You would never know that it had 220,000 miles. It's so nice that we actually put a lot of time and money and effort with the wheels, the tires, the lift, the suspension, everything else. So we'll go ahead and do a walk around. But I just wanted to get that out there so you guys know the importance of this isn't going to be a flawless Jeep, but it's also not a $20, $25, $30,000 Jeep either. Nowhere close. So, but also at the same time, it was in such good condition for what it is that it was worth us putting all the time and effort into making it what it is right now. The previous owner, like I said, did bedline it. I mean, and this stuff, it is not going to come off. I don't know what bed liner this is, if it's Hercules or Line-X, but this stuff is hard as crap, and it's on there thick. and every nook and cranny is done. It was actually done really decent. There's a couple areas that have some overspray here and there. And also I do want to point out too, is there are a couple areas on this vehicle, guys, that does have your typical Cherokee little, you know, rust areas. Right there, there's a little bubble, there's a little bubble there, but this is all solid. The floor pan is solid, but there are going to be some areas, and this is one thing that we stay away from on our super high inexpensive Cherokees. So underneath the doors, and this part here, I mean, it's solid as can be, and it's all solid, but you are going to see throughout the vehicle some areas that just have a little bit of rust. But that's what makes this Jeep, you know, cheap and a perfect Jeep for someone that wants to play. Oh, that's actually really clean. There's a area right there, a little bit of rust there. So like I said, guys, this is definitely a play toy. It can definitely be used as someone's daily driver if need be, but we're kind of marketing it as an off-road vehicle, something to hunt in, go off-road in, and you know, the protection on the outside kind of fits that as well. So we did do a full 4.5-inch lift on the vehicle, and I'll go over those details here in a moment. There appears to be at some point in time a dent that was right here, and you can kind of see it a little bit. Besides that, there's no other dents on the vehicle. And as we get in more into the video, you'll pretty much see why we decided to build it. We're also going to have a video of it driving as well, but we literally, you know, when we were inspecting this thing, we let it sit out. It's now September, but when we got this thing in, it was June and July, and I mean, we let it run outside for literally hours and hours in 100-degree weather with the AC blasting, just to see if it would overheat. We drove it hard because obviously we weren't going to put this time and effort and money into something that was not worth doing. So we really went through everything on it, and you know, for someone looking for an off-road vehicle that, you know, doesn't care about, you know, messing it up or anything like that, it's really the perfect Jeep for that person. So like I said, 4.5-inch lift all the way around. Up front you have your brand new coil, brand new shocks. Down below you have brand new control arms, brand new sway bar end links, and just because it's got high miles, we didn't cut anything short. Have a brand new heavy duty front tie rod bar, new tie rod ends, fully adjustable track bar as well. Heavy duty steering stabilizer, grade 8 hardware. The front diff has been serviced by us as well, and I'll get into all the little details will be on the listing as far as what services we did. It's got a brand new exhaust system that we put on as well. That is a Flowmaster exhaust, which we also put a whole brand new pipe in there as well. We have full set of leaf springs in the back instead of add-a-leafs. So you have a brand new set of leaf springs, U-bolts, and we also have shackles where you can adjust the height of the rear. Brand new shocks. Also has a really nice Curt tow hitch that we did not put that on there. We have a set of brand spanking new 285, 75, 16 tires, 16x9 wheels. Those are all brand new. Everything that we put on it's brand new. Have a top safari rack on it. Underneath too, I'm holding a big Steadicam, guys, so I can't really crawl underneath the truck and pop the hood and all that, but One of the things that we noticed, it's absolutely absurd. You can literally watch every single one of our Cherokees on YouTube. We literally have hundreds of them, and you can hear me tell you all the servicing that we did and everything else. And on every single one that we've done, we've always done a rear main seal, valve cover gasket, oil pan gasket. Well, let me actually turn my steady cam off. Give me 1 second. So that's where your rear main seal will be leaking out of the left side from the bell housing, and it is absolutely dry as a bone, which is completely unheard of, especially on a vehicle with these miles. So that's what leads me to believe that this engine was recently rebuilt, just because the oil pressure is the same as a brand new engine. And when we put new engines in these, we put rebuilt engines in them. So I do think this one was rebuilt. The actual oil pan is not leaking at all, and it's actually got a brand new oil pan gasket, valve cover gasket. So like I said, we serviced the front diff. We did a bunch of other little things to it as well, which I will get into in the actual eBay listing. Inside of the Jeep is actually in really good condition for the miles, and I'll show you a little bit of the inside. First thing that I noticed is the side seats. I've had Cherokees in with 30 and 40,000 miles that the side vinyl was cracked. The seats are perfect in this thing. Both driver and passenger have no cracking on the vinyl. The interior is super clean. Looks like one of our 30, 40, 50,000 mile Cherokees. It's got a brand spanking new headliner as well. So like I said, even though it's got some miles, guys, you would never know. Drivability is perfect. Interior condition is super, super clean. Back of the seats are in great condition. So it's just a really, really nice vehicle for the miles. It's got brand new rear gate shocks that we put on. This back cargo cover does have a couple scratches on it. Brand new headliner, does have a CD player with auxiliary ports. So another thing that we noticed on this truck, which was crazy, we also serviced the crap out of these AC systems on these trucks. Well, this Jeep, excuse me, has a brand new AC evaporator. If you call a Jeep dealership and ask them how much the evaporator is with labor, you're going to be $800 to $1,000. It's got a brand new one. So the previous owner, took great care of it, obviously. And like I said, that's one of the reasons that we decided to, do what we did to it. So AC blows absolutely ice cold. The drivability is awesome. We're gonna get into that here in this second video. But as you guys see, I mean, everything that we did is all brand new and fresh and done by us. But I do want to be very clear, guys. This is not one of our high-end Cherokees that we're selling. This is a budget sort of Cherokee, and with it being a budget Cherokee, there's some things that we just can't replace or redo. So you're gonna have to expect, let me take a look at the corner of this door. Stuff like that, guys, is gonna be expected on this vehicle. This is not something that we're gonna restore fully or anything like that. So someone wants a driver, play in the woods, go hunting, whatever the case may be, or just wants an inexpensive Cherokee with a new lift, wheels, tires, steering that doesn't have the common leaks, has pretty much a new AC system, this is the one for you. So next video is going to be our driving portion.